Oh, how good. No sooks, no lefties on a Sunday night, which is wonderful because we get to talk to the wonderful Senator Jacinta Nampijinpa Price. Joining us now from beautiful Alice Springs. How are you, Rockstar? How's the weekend been? A little lighter because there's a new leader, perhaps?
I'm very well. It's been a great weekend. It's been a great weekend, Paul. And I flew back into the Alice, and I looked out of the window, and everything was green because we've had, well, flooding in the centre, which is usually red and dry. But yeah, it's amazing. But it's lovely to be home.
Yeah. Rain-wise, kind of feast or famine, right? That's the joy of the Central Australia. So you were on with Carl Stefanovic on his new podcast, and you quite correctly decided to put a ghost right back in his place. And I'm not talking about Carl. This is what you said about the ghost. Roll tape.
I tell you what, who needs to zip their lips though? Malcolm Turnbull. That bloke, like, you are done, you're dusted, you're a has-been. Please move on, Malcolm. We don't want to hear your ramblings anymore. You're not in the driver's seat anymore. We are. We need to be able to bring this country to a point that is a hell of a lot better than what it is today. And we don't need ghosts from the past popping up and running down good people like Angus Taylor.
Yeah, so, I mean, given the fact that you were giving that answer, was this something, comments that you made in the past couple of days? Was that one in a can for a little bit longer? Because it seems to have hit the nail right on the head to what the ghost was saying on Friday.
Yeah, look, it was certainly in response to that. But, you know, the fact that he doesn't have anything really to contribute that's beneficial to anybody anymore. And he's talking about perhaps even starting a new Teal party. Well, please, by all means, go ahead, do that. You know, and if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I mean, the rest of the country is not going to care so much because he's far removed from places like Central Australia and the Northern Territory. But go for gold. Stop running people down that are good people, that are really trying hard right now to mend the coalition, to fix the distrust between the Liberal Party and the Australian people, and you know, stop being so unconstructive, I suppose. It was certainly in response to those comments, but the fact that stop beating about the bush. If you're going to start a party, go off and start your party. I mean, I'd really love to see, you know, how that pans out, really. I really would.
Yeah, correct. All right, let's get to the future. Now, obviously, Angus Taylor is in a position to decide who's in the shadow ministry. Just 9 months ago, you were going to be running as his deputy leader, so obviously he thinks warmly of you as you do of him. Are you offering any private insights about where you want to land? You obviously want to get back in the game and get back into shadow cabinet. So firstly, I'll ask you, do you want to be back in shadow cabinet? And secondly, have you told him what you'd like to do?
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, I'm obviously not in this game for the purpose of establishing titles. I'm here to fight for the benefit of the Australian people. And, you know, wherever that is, where I can be my strongest, where I can put my best foot forward, you know, that is ultimately what I want to be able to do. One, to be able to focus on working on the coalition once more, to strengthen the coalition for the benefit of the Australian people, so that we can put on offer an alternative government for the Australian people. So that's really what I'm looking forward to, and especially with the new leadership. And look, it's an honour to be a senator in our parliament, as it is in the first place. But if I can be in a position of strength, then, you know, I'm certainly would be looking forward to that opportunity if that comes along.
Well, free advice is what you pay for it, but can I just put that out into the universe, that whatever the job is and whatever it be, from, you know, finance to national security, it should be and social cohesion, because I'd love to be able to see you speak broadly to those fractures that exist, and they exist in lots of different areas, including what plays out in your hometown, to how we are being torn apart under the cover of being pulled together across the country. But again, I ain't in charge, and that's a good thing for a lot of people. But I did want to ask you about Angus Taylor and his decision-making. Again, give us an insight into not just about how he's going to fight. We know the issues he's going to want to fight on. We know about immigration. We know about those things. Give me an idea about his decision-making process, about how he thinks or talks something through.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's the kind of leader and, that has many conversations with all of his colleagues because he wants to understand all of his colleagues and what we're all thinking and what we're, I suppose, particularly passionate about. He's very observant in that regard. And obviously at the forefront, and look, when he gave his first interview after becoming leader, I saw the look in his eyes, the look of determination to get this right. And as he has said, fundamentally, we need to lift the living standards for the Australian people, but we also need to protect our way of life. And those values, I think, are values that I know that he's going to lead with, but that are really important to the Australian people. And as I said, he is somebody who will reach out and talk to all of his colleagues because he understands the importance of pulling us all together so that we can work as a unified team toward the goal of taking on the Labor government more fiercely. So, yeah, with that in mind, I know that he will make the right decisions, and I imagine he will put together a stellar front bench and utilise people to the best of their abilities in that way. So, I think we're all looking forward to what that looks like.
Good stuff. And again, I want to see you move further and further in the front in the procedural things that happen in the Senate as well. But I know that's, as Peter Crittenden was telling us on here the other day, that's the party room of the Liberals. That's a sub thing. It's different. We'll see what happens. But all of it, I hope, leans your way. Thank you, mate. We'll talk to you again very soon.
No worries. Thanks,
She's the
Paul.
best. Senator Jacinta Nampijinpa Price, a happy lady because she believes that the joint is headed in the right direction under a brand new leader, and I hope that she is absolutely at the front of the bus, and whatever the title, and social cohesion.